When people join the team, we really set them on one core mission, and that is to build the best product that has ever been built before. Not in our category, ever. We compete on software against all other software providers anywhere, consumer, B2B. We compete on software against people who build cars. Our job is to build hands down the best product that has ever been built before, nothing short of that.
Sales is not, the sexiest domain for a lot of developers, but in terms of impact and in terms of the market and in terms of how fast we're growing, I don't think there's a better place to be.
One of the things that really resonated with me was Andrew sat me down during my final interview and talked to me about why building great products for salespeople is so important, and it was really just that they're people, right? It's we're building products for people.
What we're building is actually a communication platform, and that applies to everyone.
Communication is one of the most fundamental aspects of what it means to be human. It is also one of the most fundamental drivers of commerce. And at the end of the day, we're building communication technology.
We are playing in the big data space. We need to start asking questions about what communication strategies are working the best and taking this massive volume of email and communications data and starting to make sense of that.
At our core, we're a technology company, and I think that's one of our big differentiators in this space. We're building real technology that is not just a list of features, but is really a platform that we're building upon.
The technology stack we're using at Outreach is a single-page web app built on React JavaScript framework.
We have a client-side application that's using the latest Babel transpilation, so we're using bleeding-edge features of JavaScript.
And that's backed by a Ruby on Rails web app. We're using microservices and MySQL database behind that.
We're so modern focused on the trends in the industry that you really have the ability to say, hey, I saw this cool new library, like maybe we can utilize it in Outreach.
It's about understanding what the real world looks like and understanding how to bring the right technology into that real world scenario. So it's not always about picking the shiniest thing or the best thing. It's about picking the right thing for your context.
And so what we actually look for is people who have just an incredible ability to solve problems. And that means that they can work on any number of different initiatives, whether that means it's data sync or core workflow or artificial intelligence. And what that translates to is somebody who can effectively pick up anything that's interesting to them for the next couple of quarters and drive it to its completion.
One thing that's really different about working at Outreach is just being able to make a real impact on the business and having a true level of responsibility and true ownership of what you're doing and building that you won't find at Microsoft or Amazon.
I've touched quite a bit of aspects of our back-end application, including Chef, Terraform, Ruby on Rails. I created a Go microservice that offloads some of our high-volume API calls, and so I've been able to really impact the company in a lot of different ways.
I worked on, front-end pure UI design-related stuff, such as, what's the main color we should use or what's the navigation control look like. And I also worked in a lot of very deep back-end related stuff, such as how do we handle our permission model in general.
Outreach is such a perfect opportunity because we have such an all-encompassing tech stack so that if I want to dive into any area, I can go into it.
When we interview candidates who are coming from a larger organization, they always want to know, how many quarters does it take before they can get their first product to market? And we say, no, that's the wrong question to ask. You want to ask is how many days?
What you really get at Outreach is super agile processes, and there's no red tape to getting your work done and in the hands of customers.
Here we always have that loop going, just talking to the customers, taking the feedback, iterating on the design, putting it back in front of them, and that really builds the best kind of product.
One of the most interesting moments of interviewing a candidate is when they ask, do I ever get to talk to customers? Because of their jobs, they don't. There's always somebody between them and the customer, and they always get some convoluted version of the truth. And what I like to tell them is, at Outreach, you don't get to talk to customers. You have to talk to customers.
I would piggyback to conversations that customer service reps are having or our account executives and sort of get to chime in, and now I'm actually leading calls myself.
I just got off the phone with a customer 30 minutes ago and we talked about the problems they're having, how to potentially solve them, showed them a couple solutions, and they love it. They love the connection with the product team.
If there's customer pain, we're going to fix it. If there's something the customer wants, but it's not really a pain, we're going to find a way to make that happen too.
I've only been here 2 months and I've already built better relationships with them than in 4 years at my other job. They have like a template for notes. And then
when we bring people in and say, all right, now you're here. I'm not going to micromanage you. We don't have time for that. And I trust you to do this because you're an incredible person.
You have to come in with a mindset of being excited, being passionate, being amped up, and excited to go build awesome things for your customers.
Every time I came in and met someone different at Outreach, like they had that same energy, that same drive to want to do like the best work of their careers.
If you're not building on a vision that you have or that you're inspired by, there's this burning inside of you that it's like, why aren't you doing that? It feels like a missed opportunity.
Outreach will let you use your skills and make a difference and actually build things.
Each and everyone in the Outreach team is very independent and capable. You don't have to worry about whether he can deliver or not. We're always delivering.
If you're at that point in your career when you really want to like take more ownership and learn at a really fast pace, understand like what does it take a business to be successful? How do you measure success? How do you grow and how do you scale? If you want to get that experience, you have to be here.
Our product and engineering teams are some of the most talented individuals I've ever worked with. They have complete autonomy to interact with the customers and solve their problems using any tool that gets the job done with the highest quality. Their goal is to make the promise we have made to our customers a reality. This company and the people who come to work here every day thrive in operating at the edge of their abilities. We take pride in continuing to expand our knowledge and placing even bigger bets on groundbreaking ideas every day. This industry needs us. I would love for you to take your skills and apply them to tackle a problem that changes people's lives materially and has not yet been solved. Join us.